Hi, how's it going, guys? I'm sorry this is a little late. I was sleeping all afternoon, honestly, and I slept until like 11:30 at night, and now I've been awake for an hour or so, and I figured it's time to do a video. If you're new here, hi, I'm jalunaberry. I'm a writer and an editor. I do videos on all sorts of things, from gaming to makeup to whatever. I just like talking about random things, honestly. But today I'm going to tell you a couple of coming out stories I had. Now, if you're not aware of it, because a lot of people are unaware of it, I am a demisexual, and most people don't know what that means when I talk to them about it. My sexuality is on the asexual spectrum. I don't get sexually interested in people in general until I have a very strong bond with them. For me, it took a long time to figure this out. I don't find people physically attractive. Well, I find them physically attractive, just not sexually interested in them. Even if it's the most beautiful person on earth, I won't be sexually interested in them unless I have a strong bond with them. So I wanted to get that out there first. But now I'm going to tell you my journey to figuring this all out, because when I was young, I didn't know this was a thing. I started noticing I had interest in girls I was close to, and I thought it just meant that I was interested in girls. So I came out to my father and my grandmother. My father took it this way, and honestly, I really am thankful for him. He, as soon as I told him, he was just sat there like, wait, that was a secret or something? He knew from the start. He recognized the signs that I was showing interest in girls, and he was fine with it. My grandmother, on the other hand, when I told her about this, mind you, I was a teenager, so it isn't that surprising she would tell me this, but it really hurt at the time. She told me, it's just a phase. Well, that phase lasted until I was in my 20s, and during Hurricane Sandy, if you remember that at all, I don't know if some of you were even alive for that, I have no idea. I'm sure you were, but I don't know. Not everyone had to deal with Sandy. But, we ended up staying in a hotel together, my dad, my grandmother, and I, because none of us had power, from the storm. So for a while, we were staying at a hotel together. My grandmother was talking to me at one point and said, you're still through that phase? Or something of that sort. Anyway, I left the room to go to the bathroom, and when I came back, my father was arguing with my grandmother about the fact that it's not a phase, it's just my sexuality, it's not something for me to be ashamed of, and she shouldn't be making me feel ashamed of it. And on the one hand, I was so thankful to my father for trying to defend me. On the other hand, I was really embarrassed because we were talking about something so personal, and I wasn't even there for part of the conversation. But it happens. Things like this happen. And my father going to bat for me was really something I am thankful for. And my grandmother kind of started to accept it, but didn't quite accept it. Because when I had a girlfriend later on in my 20s, I'm still in my 20s, but when I had a girlfriend later on, and my dad mentioned I was dating a nice girl, my grandmother said, you're kidding me, she's still in that phase? So apparently the talk at the hotel didn't really register with my grandmother. But I started to notice in my late 20s that it wasn't that I was sexually attracted to women or men. I noticed I would watch porn, for example. I admit I watched that. So now I have to mark this not for kids, probably. But I wouldn't have any interest in the people in the video. I would either imagine it was someone I was personally intimate with, emotionally intimate with, or I would just not feel anything. And that confused me a lot. So I went to a friend who knew a lot about sexualities and different kinds of sexualities, and he helped me figure out I'm not bisexual or anything like that. I do have an interest in guys, I have an interest in girls, but my interest has always been only in guys and girls that I am personally close to, and that I have a strong sense of trust with. Which makes a lot of sense, honestly, if you think about the fact that I have borderline personality disorder, which is caused by severe trust issues. But that made me have to come out to my dad again, and my dad completely understood, obviously. I haven't come out to my grandmother about it because I doubt she would understand or really pay attention to it. But she was just happy when I actually fell for a boy. Which she probably won't be happy that failed and that I'm now dating a girl. But I just wanted to get it out there that there are a lot of sexualities. There's all sorts of different sexualities. Mine may be on the asexual spectrum, others may be on the asexual spectrum, or others may not be. And I want people to realize it's okay not to be heterosexual. It's okay to be any sexuality. Your sexuality is a personal thing, and I think it's best if people accept that. It's really a personal thing, and it shouldn't be something you're ashamed of or anything like that. And it should just be part of you, not some phase or anything like that. So that's why I wanted to tell you this story today. I know it's kind of short and sweet. Well, I'm not sure if it really counts as sweet, but I really wanted to get this out there because I was watching videos about people coming out and having a hard time, and I just want people to know not everyone is like the people that have denied you. There are people who will understand, and you never know who they'll be. In my case, it's my dad, and of course my friends. I am very open with my father about everything. I'm open with my friends as much as I can be, which is mostly everything. But having someone you can trust with this kind of information and personal issue, and saying that's a personal issue for you, that is really important. And I think people need to find that person and not feel upset when other people won't understand, because there will be people who don't understand, and we can't stop them from misunderstanding. Well, we can try. I've been trying with my grandmother my whole life. But there will be people who don't understand, and that doesn't mean you can't talk to anyone. If you can't find someone to talk to, you can talk to me. I would be happy to talk to you about things without judgment. So, that's all I wanted to say really today. I wanted to get it out there. I wanted to tell people it's okay to be who you are. And I hope everyone finds love in their own way. Anyway, that's it for today. It's late. I'll let you go. Take care, guys.